Hey guys, it's Peyton, and today I'm going to be talking about the books that I read in April. I read 6 books this month, which is way better than last month. Actually, not that better. I read 4 books last month, but this is 2 more. It is improvement. It's better, okay? In my opinion, it's better. I enjoyed most of them. Like, all of them were 5 stars, but one. One was a 3-star. Mostly enjoyed the month. I literally vlogged myself reading all but one of these books, so I'm definitely going to be plugging a lot of videos in this video because go watch my reading vlogs on them, you know, if you want more detail into my thoughts and opinions. Also, this shirt, so cute, Expecto Patronum, the Dementors, and then a little Harry, and look at the stag. Adorable. I got it from Universal Studios, and I just have not worn it since that trip, which is stupid because it's literally so cute. But let's just go ahead and get into what I read. The first book that I read in April was Imagine Me by Tahira Mafi. I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars, and go check out my reading vlog. I titled it, Is Imagine Me Any Good? Obviously it was because I gave it 5 stars. But I'll be honest, I was kind of conflicted with my rating for this book. Parts of the book was kind of disappointing in the way that this book had a very similar plot to the book that became before this one. This one's actually the final book in the Shatter Me series. It is the 6th one. Originally, it was just a trilogy, and then a few years ago, Tahira Mafi announced that she is adding 3 more books to it. Most people feel like the original trilogy was way better, and I feel like I agree with that. The original trilogy is just next level, but I still enjoyed the later 3 books. This one was still super entertaining for me. Like, I was having an emotional roller coaster. I love the characters in this series so much. If you don't know anything about this series, it's pretty much crazy. Like, it changes so much and evolves. So the original description for the first book isn't really what's going on in the rest of the series, but it's pretty much following a girl named Juliet. She has a killer touch. If you are touched by her, you die a terrible, painful death. She starts off in the book in an asylum. It's a dystopian world. The world has gone to shit. Like, crops are dying, animals are dead, like, things are terrible, and it's just a bad society, and a new government has taken over, and they placed her in the asylum because, you know, she has a killer touch. And one day, this guy named Adam, who might be from her past, is thrown into her asylum cell with her. Lots of weirdness ensues from that, but eventually they're broken out because they want to use Juliet as a weapon in the military. And there's a love triangle in this series, but there's one superior ship. I love it. It is an enemies to lovers situation, and it's beautiful. I love their relationship so much. It's the main reason I'm here for the series. But I also just love the main character, Juliet, so much. She is such a strong main character. She goes from someone who is so quiet, terrified, anxious, and everything to someone who is ready to take on the world and fight this freaking new government, and literally is just such a badass in every single way. So if you want something that has major character development and just a great, powerful main character, I definitely recommend this series. And go watch my vlog. I have a vlog for the 5th one as well. Actually, I have like a whole bunch of vlogs for this series because I reread the first 3 like multiple times. The next book I read was When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. This book was a 3 out of 5 stars for me, so this was my slightly disappointing read of the month. Brittany hates me so much. She recommended this to me, and I still enjoyed it, so thanks for the recommendation. And I'm definitely going to be reading more of Sandhya Menon's books. It's just, for me, this book was a little bit not fully my cup of tea. I'm not the biggest contemporary reader. If I'm gonna read a contemporary, I want 2 people in a romance who kill me with the chemistry. I want the chemistry to literally make me scream, and this book was just another one of those things where it was just more meh for me. I didn't fully ship them. There's a few cute moments. I thought Rishi was cute and everything, but honestly, the main character, Dimple, I didn't like her so much. She had that freaking attitude of, I'm not like other girls, and I'm pretty sure she literally said that. And just because she was a computer girl, she looked down upon girls who like to wear makeup and do arts and crafts, as she put it. And I don't know, she was just such a judgmental person. It definitely put me off from her. I'm actually currently reading the 2nd book in this, where it follows Rishi's younger brother, and I'm loving it. currently. So definitely think it's just this story, specifically this romance, wasn't my favorite thing, but I think her other books could possibly be more up my alley. So also, this is funny. She freaking throws her coffee at him. That is definitely the highlight of the book. It actually happened. If you don't know anything about this book, it is two Indian teenagers. Dimple has a mother who is really pressuring her to find a man, a boyfriend, so she can hopefully get married. This happens apparently a lot in Indian culture. I'm really glad I read it because I feel like I haven't read any like books with Indian leads, so I feel like I need to fix that definitely. And learning more about it, like, it's just really interesting. And I think the arranged marriage thing, that's just crazy to think that happens to so many people, where their parents just pick the person that they're gonna marry and it happens. That's what happens to Dimple. She's going to like a summer camp thing at this college where she is going to be working on app development because she's really into computers and stuff. And her parents send out a dude named Rishi. He thinks Dimple is in on this. He's going to ask her to marry him and everything. Like, it's going to happen. He is ready to have an arranged marriage, and she is definitely not. So literally she meets him, throws that coffee, and it's just crazy. It just shows her being really not into him because she's just so put off by the idea of her mom setting them up. But then she actually gets to know him and it flourishes, and it is kind of cute. So definitely you should give it a try and see if it's your cup of tea. Watch my reading vlog if you want to see me read it. The next book that I read, it was a reread for me. Actually, the rest of the books in this video were rereads, and it was an amazing time. It was great, fantastic. You probably know what I'm talking about if you've seen my recent videos. The Selection by Kier Cass. I read this book, I said 5 years ago because that's what Goodreads says, but I think I may have reread it because this book came out in 2012, and the second one came out, I think, in 2013. And I read this book in 2013, I'm pretty sure, because this book had just come out. So it's been longer than 5 years, and I have not reread them in a long time. That's the moral of the story. I thought I wouldn't like these books anymore. I thought it was just a stage in middle school where that was just my thing. This was like this was my Twilight. Actually, I have a few books that were my Twilight, but this was one of them. It was the first young adult series I ever really read. It was the first one I got excited for, and I was like waiting for the next book. And I have such great memories with this. The romance, I ship them so hard, and I discovered that I still ship them so hard. Also, I feel like I predict the future because I reread the Hunger Games series last year just because I felt the urge. I felt like I had to. And then months later, we find out, oh, there's going to be a new book. Then I was literally mentioning several times in videos that I need to reread this series, like I needed to do it. And then boom, we get an announcement that there's going to be a movie. I'm predicting the future. Seriously. And I feel like it's happening with Twilight because I was thinking about rereading them for like a funny reading vlog series, and boom, Midnight Sun is actually going to come out August 4th. I am a psychic. That is what we're finding out in this video. I know things. I do. But this book was a 5 out of 5 stars. I know it probably doesn't deserve it, but the entertainment factor of this series is next level. Absolutely. Go watch my freaking The Selection series playlist because I have one now. And you will see the emotions and the feelings I had over this series. It literally threw me for a whole emotional roller coaster. And the main thing I really get out of this series is the romance. That's all I care about. It's pretty much The Bachelor with a prince. It's The Bachelor with a prince times The Hunger Games. It literally is so similar to The Hunger Games. I can't even believe it. And that's probably a central reason why I love it so much. Because, come on, I love The Hunger Games. But literally, if I didn't like the romance in this series, it would not be anything to me. So I'm just that trash for Max and America. I cannot wait to see them on screen. I literally hope Netflix makes it cringy, but good cringy. Because that's what I need in my life. I need a good cringy The Selection movie that is entertaining as frick. Please. And please let it be successful. I want to see the whole trilogy get adapted. I don't even know what to say about this book other than I loved it. I did a whole bunch of vlogs on it. So if you really want to know more about how I feel, go watch that. I read The Elite, the second one, 5 out of 5 stars again. This one is definitely super annoying to read because the main character, America, yes, her name is America. Her name is a freaking America, and her last name is Singer. And the reason why that pisses me off is because she sings. She's a musician, and her last name is Singer. So, cringiest thing ever. But this one was super frustrating because there's a love triangle in the series. It's kind of like a Gale, Katniss, and Peeta moment because there's so obviously one dude who is way better and the other one sucks. So, I'm not trying to pop off or whatever, but seriously though. But she was so conflicted and I didn't understand why. So, definitely if you're going to read this one, know it's frustrating. And then we get to the third one. 5 out of 5 stars again. I can't help myself. It's too entertaining and it just made me literally so happy. And I read each of these books in like a day or two. And I never do that. Like I read books so slow, even if they're this short. This one definitely took a more political aspect. These two were more about the romance, but there's like a rebel situation involved because it is pretty much North America turned monarchy. There's been like 4 world wars. It's way in the future and people are kind of rallying against this. They don't like it. So this one takes more of that and she's really trying hard to be Katniss, but it's not working. But I can still enjoy it, you know? Like I love it. Oh, I love it so much. It just smacked me in the face though. So I'm mad. Sorry, I gave such a terrible description. It's just, I made a whole bunch of vlogs on it. If you want to know about it, go watch those. I just can't right now. The last book that I read this month is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. Obviously another reread. I think this is my 3rd time reading this book. For the first time, listened to it on audiobook. It was definitely really cool. Once again, getting that experience, hearing the book instead of physically reading it. Definitely got emo because the end of this book just hurts. This book I gain more and more respect for every time I read it. The political commentary that Suzanne Collins has in this book is so underappreciated. I feel like the first 2 books get a lot of love because yes, they're exciting. There's like a freaking gladiator style craziness. I think the gladiator concept is super interesting. Like only one can live. I can't help but find that entertaining, but in this book, she's really commenting on a whole rebellion. Like, this is how it actually works. And I know Suzanne didn't live through a freaking actual rebellion, but, like, it feels really accurate. I haven't lived through one either, but, you know, it just seems very, very, like, it's well done. It just feels well done to me, okay? I'm acting like I've gone through this, but coming and reading it, it just seems like she really tackles the issue about how politicians are and, you know, because we have this rebellion happening, but the rebellion leader, is she even all that great? Like, it's just making a whole bunch of questions about, like, what are we doing? Like, we need to freaking fix this world. Katniss is being used just because she was able to rally so many people against the Capitol. It's just so well done. Like, I feel like people shit on this book way too much. I get if you don't like it, but I like it. I like it a lot. I love it. And I love Finnick Odair, I love Peeta Mellark, and I love Katniss Everdeen. They're like my 3 faves. And I also love Haymitch and Joanna. Those are my people. I cannot believe that this month we are getting the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. If this video comes up in time, we're having a live show on Muggle Glamour's channel for my Hunger Games read-along. It is gonna be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, May 9th. So definitely join us if you want to talk about Mockingjay with us. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books. I'd love to know your thoughts on them. Like this video, comment down below, have a good day. Please subscribe, make sure to follow all my social medias which are linked down below, and go click the bell button which is right by the subscribe button which you should have already clicked, and goodbye.